And now we're live from the Comedy Palace in Kearney Mesa, California. I'm sitting here with Neil Singh. I'm sitting here with my good friends Mike DeVore and Daniel Arce.
Yeah.
Is it Arce? Arce.
You can say it doesn't matter.
I've been replaced.
Get out of here, Mitch.
No, we're gonna play this one first. So how are you guys doing today?
We're great.
Pretty well.
I'm great.
Pretty well.
So you guys are both. You started out as San Diego comics.
That is true.
He did. I did.
You did not.
No.
You started out as LA.
I lived here only for when was I here? I was here for just a little under 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Because my ex was in the military.
Okay.
So I lived here like in the middle of like my comedy journey.
Oh, I got you. So it was like
Then you went
there's
to-
like a
then you went
station
to
thing.
Japan.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Phoenix.
Okay.
And then I lived in LA for 2 years. Lived here for close to 2 years. Lived in Japan for 15 months, and I've been back in LA for 2 years now.
Gotcha. Okay, that's quite the journey.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've been doing comedy that whole time.
Yes.
The whole time, and all. Okay, cool.
Actually, I don't know when this comes out, but tomorrow is my 8 years since my first open mic.
Oh, cool! Congratulations.
Congrats.
June 1st. That's a good day to. It's easy to remember, right? It's not
Yeah,
like a
Facebook
mid-month.
memories remind me every year.
Oh, cool.
That's how I know. I'm terrible with dates.
What prompted it? What
Honestly, I had been doing acting and improv forever, and one, I just never felt I knew I loved entertainment. It was the only thing I felt good about, but I still felt like something was missing. For one, and two, I wanted to learn how to write, and three, I was broke.
The idea that
And,
comedy can fill a
acting
void.
Acting is very expensive to upkeep.
Okay.
And I knew one thing I could do for free: learn how to write, and get something a little more gratifying with stand up.
Oh, okay. And that's why you got into
That's why I
it.
fell into it, and now it's all I want to do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And how about you, Mike?
I got into this because I want my plus size modeling career to take off.
and you think the jokes,
The jokes will lead to people like hiring me to be the face of their product.
Especially
What
that
are
joke
you?
just said.
What are you going to model?
It's hand stuff. Go check out his like fat wrist.
No, I didn't say what are you going to do.
Hand stuff? That sounds like what you did in high school, which is hand stuff.
Stuff, just over the clothes type stuff.
Middle school hand stuff. We did hand stuff.
I could see that you supplementing your comedy career with hand stuff.
Yeah, just gotta make income somehow.
That's space between second and third base. Hand stuff.
Hand stuff. Beautiful.
Second and third, what's that? Boobs. And,
Second base is touching boobs. Third base is like oral.
I feel like they've
Isn't it?
updated it since.
That's what it was when I was growing up.
Back in
Ah,
my
okay,
day,
yeah.
oral was third
No, I
base.
think like second base nowadays is eating ass. Like, I
It
think
is.
that's where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think first base is
First base is sliding into
actual
First
penetration.
place is sliding into It's like, what about kissing though?
Nah,
No, that doesn't matter. That's like
Sliding into DMs, fucking ass eating.
Yeah,
That's what
like-
it
That's
is.
it. That's
like
it.
kissing is
You
like
don't even make it home.
no, yeah, kissing is the home run. Like that means
It's
you're
a
like
different-
intimate with somebody.
We're playing a different
Like a
sport
pretty
these
woman
days.
type situation.
Yeah, you're
Like,
like-
we actually kissed on the mouth.
Yeah, exactly. I think most folks are just like they're fucking first these days. They're like they just see if we're compatible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They open up with that.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I imagine that the youth these days.
Do you imagine?
I'm
it all-
disgusted by them. I just wanted to
Do you
say.
fantasize about that now that you're still married? Like you fantasize about like
Well, yeah, you're talking to divorced people.
Yeah.
Oh, do I fantasize about like
divorce?
Yeah, divorce.
other people having sex? No, I'm like over sex now. Like I've been married long enough to be like, I don't.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, I'm like I just think about like how much of my life
have a low
I've wasted
libido or
like
something?
thinking about it.
Alright.
No, I have a fine libido. I
I'm
just
sorry to ask about that. That's really
it's
personal.
fine.
Does your dick work? I need to know.
No, it works. It's
Mostly
fine.
for
It's just like the hassle of
Oh, I get
it.
you.
I'm just over the hassle of trying
I'm
to like
over it too.
yeah. So it's like and it's cool because I have a wife, so like I don't have to engage in the thing of like
Hooking up, or like,
Yeah.
trying to like.
Dating.
if you're just talking to somebody having a good time and they're like, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it can go and kind of gets in that weird
That's
territory.
the worst part of dating is that ambiguous.
Yeah.
Like, what are we? That's what I'm at right now. I don't really care to talk about it because who knows if it's gonna last. But like right now,
That's not
that ambiguous.
whoever that person is.
that
Not
ambiguous
with that
situation
attitude.
just destroys me.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
do well with it.
Yeah.
It's like it's either like clear that we're just hooking up, or it's clear that we're going to be in a relationship. Yeah, that in between is so nerve wracking.
I just think people are just too confused.
I'm in another
It is
relationship,
like,
and
you
it's
know.
working out fine.
Hell yeah, dude!
Yeah,
Congrats.
Thank you.
So
Who's the lucky guy?
His name is Greg. No, like it's a wonderful girl. She currently lives in Seattle. I'm moving up there to spend time.
the pussy is that good.
Is she
It's amazing.
comedy?
She's a comic too. She also does acting stuff. Most of her gigs, like acting gigs, come up from Seattle, so that's why I'm moving up there.
Oh, cool.
I don't want to fuck with her money.
And that's like a new scene for you too, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
so fun up there.
yeah, it's fun. I've been up there a couple times, and
Yeah, like Portland, Seattle, they're pretty close, right?
yeah,
Like a couple
so-
hours, so yeah.
if I'm driving 3 hours, it's going to be to another. It's not going to be as bad as driving from LA to San Diego.
Now, when you do comedy up there, do you find that you have to like be a little more PC and such?
In Portland, yes.
A little bit.
In Portland, like I don't know, like
I did. That's what I'm asking.
no, like my whole thing is, it's like, man, are we comics or what? Like I hate when people get offended at open mics. Like it's like
Yeah.
we're trying to work on shit,
The people that get most offended are white people.
right?
They get more offended than anyone else. You go up there and you talk about racial stuff or anything like, and it's the white people that feel guilty, and it's like, I'm not talking about you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
You
It's
know,
like it's a guilt
they
thing.
feel guilty for us, for minorities, and it's like you don't gotta feel guilty.
And then they write a blog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think minorities these days they're just kind of like, we're not doing it to us. We get it. It's in history books, like, but it's cool. Like,
Can we
you know
just
what I
get
mean?
rid
Like,
of all the white people?
we'll stay out of
Yeah.
Virginia. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If only there was a way to just exterminate a race, you know?
White people just gotta go.
give them the taste of their own medicine.
I guess you could just like, I don't know, move to Cambodia or something to kind of disappear. Like once you get there.
China's acting up right now, and maybe I'll see what's up on there.
I bet I mean, I've heard China's like pretty cool to move to and stuff.
China?
Yeah.
Like, well, they have like the whole social rating system.
The social rating system, it's
What do you mean?
It's extremely polluted. Oh, come
Oh yeah, so like now, like people like rate other people, like, and if you get a low rating, you're not allowed to buy a car. You're
Have you
not
ever
allowed to
watched
buy
Black Mirror?
Oh, like Facebook kind of?
Yeah.
Have you watched the show Black Mirror?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see that episode where they were rating each other?
I didn't.
Oh, that's what's happening.
So it's like,
real.
so it's like if like your Uber driver said this guy's a 6 because you know whatever,
Like we're hanging out
and now
right
you can't buy a car.
We're doing it to each
Or
other.
if you do, like, if your friends like catch you doing nefarious shit, like they can like tell on you, and then like it just prevents you from.
Oh,
living
so
a
it's like a full-on Big Brother state.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and then people are willfully just handing over their information.
Yeah.
Like if you offended me right now, I could be like, oh, you're good. You get like a 4.
So they just so they basically
then
set up that tattletale.
You want to go rent a
system.
car or some shit, they'll turn you down because you have a low rating.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
You're trying to do everyday stuff, you could get turned down because you have a low rating.
And when did you go to China last?
Oh, I've only been to the airports.
Can't wait
But
till
I
you
lived in Japan.
Oh, I
And
see, so you kinda
I
heard
know about. I just know, and I know people have lived there, and I experienced Chinese people. So
You sound like a tourist. I've experienced
you know
Chinese people.
the Chinese.
I've seen them around.
I've seen them Chinese people.
I've experienced them too. I've experienced them here, and I mean, what's with the fucking medical mask?
They just
Like,
don't
really?
give a shit, man. It's crazy. It's refreshing, and also like what is going on at the same time.
My old college like had an influx of like international Chinese students. It was crazy. Like they send them all over here to learn the industry, and then they go back to further commit propaganda.
That's why they're so ahead in it.
Just the propaganda.
Well, like what they're like feeding into, like it's like a government ran.
Well, they also like manipulate their economy and stuff a lot, right? So it's not all like a fair playing field.
Anyway,
Because they do shit like they used. I don't know. I was reading this thing, or how they would just build infrastructure to like boost their GDP, but it would just be like bridges that just had no like definite end. They would just like stop, you know. But yeah, because it looks like you're building something that like whatever.
So I just avoid China altogether. I just don't.
I don't even eat off of China.
I don't even
Like,
eat Panda Express.
I just only paper plates in my house.
And then they give me a
I
low
didn't even eat
rating.
off a China.
I get like the closest thing we have to like that whole rating thing is Yelp.
Yeah, well, no, unless you're like an Uber driver. Or something.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
I got like I checked my Uber like status one time.
Yeah.
And I got like a 4.7.
That happened to me once.
And
I
I'm
was
like,
so
who
sad.
I'm like, who gave me a fucking 4?
Yes.
I was polite.
Yes.
Oh, I
That's
see.
happened to me. That's happened to me a couple times. I'm like, why? What was wrong with
What
me?
did I do? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I got a 4 once on my Airbnb, and that was it.
Do you like host
That happened to
Airbnb?
me.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that? How do you, from a house owner standpoint, like?
Well, ours is like in a separate room.
Is it
so it's
that like
you-
the garage thing?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's a nice room, by the way.
Yeah, people don't. Yeah, I don't even see them. Somebody wrote to me the other day. They were like, we had such a great time at your house.
That's me.
Yeah, it's too bad like we didn't say hi to you. We were so shy, and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad you did. You know what I mean?
Dude, I had an experience when I went to Australia and I was staying at Airbnb. Dude was super nice, super cordial. Like the second day I was there, we like met each other in the hallway and he was giving me tips on restaurants to eat at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I thought everything was fine, right? So that maybe like 2 days later, I gave him a rating review, 5 stars. A week later, he gives me my review. It's like 3 stars. And he was like, Danielle was quiet and kept to herself and didn't even say hi when she knew that I was home. That kind of behavior made me feel rejected.
That sounds like a him problem.
Isn't that gross?
It's just like,
I
man,
felt
come on, man.
rejected in my own.
Well,
I'm like,
it's like
I'm
you're
being a
offering
good
your
guest.
service, and you paid. I mean, you paid whatever the the rental fee was.
And
Like,
I was clean.
Yeah.
I didn't fuck with his shit.
Yeah.
I like when I was there, because I was doing comedy and I was there for comedy and I was there for like visiting.
For
so
ruining people's houses.
So I was barely there, and when I was there, I stayed in the room because I was resting.
right.
And I'm by myself. I'm a solo woman. Like I gotta take taking care of myself. I'm not gonna be out there being like, "Hey, stranger, let's sit on the couch and watch whatever your fucking Australian TV is."
That would have gotten you euphoria.
That would have to get the 5 would have been a hand job.
Yeah. Some hand stuff.
Some hand stuff. I was trying to do the callback and I fucked
That
up.
happens to be the secret in China too.
Hand
Like,
stuff.
everybody's just giving out
Title
hand
of this
stuff.
episode is hand stuff.
Ratings and hand stuff.
Hand stuff. Oh,
No, our
sorry.
Airbnb
Oh my
guy,
God.
he gave us a bad rating because we did not have a kitchen, which is very clearly described in the. It's a studio with a, where we have a microwave. He's like, oh, but they didn't have a kitchen.
Were they
I do.
white?
He was an Indian guy. He's like, I do special meal
Just looking
prep.
for any excuse.
Yeah.
You could have had a kitchen. Like, oh, he didn't. He had a kitchen.
Yeah,
He didn't have a
yeah.
dishwasher.
The kitchen was
Why
in
did
the
you need
way.
a dishwasher there for 2 nights?
And he was also pissed that we didn't hang out. I don't get that about
So
the Airbnb.
weird.
Yeah, like I
It's
mean,
a stranger.
yeah, it's just like
You
it's
don't
a
go to
hotel.
hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't go to a hotel and ask like the busboy, like, hey, can you?
Oh, you don't? Well, you go, me and the busboy kick it all the time.
I just go hang out behind the hotel to smoke weed. I'm like, yeah, somebody will come back here eventually.
Throw some.
Hey,
Front desk. What are you guys doing tonight? Can you come to my room 212? Like,
yeah, just like
Can we just hang out?
let's hang out, man.
Can you
Come on.
believe guest 208? He just stayed in his room all day. Didn't even say hi to the front desk.
Right? That made me feel
I
rejected.
felt rejected as a hotel.
You put like one of those like clean my room things on your door, like keep it open.
What's even crazier to me is that same Airbnb. I took all the sheets off the bed because they're dirty. Obviously, I folded them, left them on there. I draw and I hand drew like a thank you card. Like I got really intricate with it because I do like mandala type stuff.
Right.
And I was like, thank you for the room and the suggestions. It was a great stay. And I left that with like the key next to it. Like I made it so neat and pretty and
Wasn't good enough.
wasn't good enough. I made him feel rejected because I didn't do hand stuff.
That's messed up. You're so selfish sometimes.
I know. Now I feel rejected.
You know, extended stay, you have to pay extra for them to clean your room.
Really?
Really?
Extended stay and-
Oh yeah, because they're like
Like I
yeah.
like staying with them, but then like I remember I stayed with them for 2 weeks.
And you're
over
like, why aren't my towels being washed?
that, or it's like, can they pick up trash? Like,
Yeah, we do that with ours too. I mean, if people stay, like there was a guy that stayed for like 2 weeks, and we're like, for the midweek cleaning, we charge him like $60.
Well, if they're staying for that long, I think, and especially if you're Airbnb, that makes sense. That's
Yeah, I mean we have the cleaning fee anyway. So. Anyways,
yeah.
Anyway, we just had a pile of like dirty towels for them. It's like, oh fuck it, they can take care of that.
me and my kid went to a hotel recently because I had to drop my mom off to the airport. This is not a good story for the
What did,
podcast.
your mom, what did your mom give you for the Airbnb?
What's that?
What was the rating your mom gave you for the Airbnb?
She doesn't know about it.
You charged her.
My mom still doesn't know I have a house or a wife.
She doesn't. She doesn't know that he took the money from her purse.
Yeah, just to make it.
to pay for the Airbnb.
No, but yeah. So me and my kid, we stopped by a hotel and we like just destroy like. We like rock starred the shit out of that hotel. Because all we did was we get to the pool and we just like had like we just kept going back and forth.
Yeah.
We had like 32 towels in there. Like, and I was just like, I don't know. I kept saying like she spilled a bunch of like stuff on like the hotel, like on the bed, and I was like, yeah, it's a hotel life. And I'd like to exemplify the point, I started throwing the pillows around, and she's, I don't know. We really got our $90 worth. I
There you go.
awesome.
I mean, that's what you gotta do when you get a hotel.
That
I taught her a good
That's
lesson there.
That
Yeah,
was your version of Motley Crue.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah, just me and my
Wrecking the
kid having a
hotel
pillow
No
fight.
sex at all.
Oh yeah,
just
yeah. To be clear, yeah,
Towels and pillows everywhere. That's
just yeah.
You
Just
live a
pulls
wild
it,
life.
yeah.
I think you're too hardcore for me, man. I
can't.
think you're a bad influence on
yeah.
me.
Yeah, pool towels and me sneaking down into the hallway to smoke a vape. They can't do it in the room with my kid. I don't know why I feel guilty about it. I was thinking about it the other day because like every restaurant you go to, etc., right? Like nowadays with vaping, this shit's everywhere. You know what I mean?
Indoors?
Yeah, I'm sure people like, you know, just...
Oh, I haven't seen indoors too often.
I was saying people working in kitchen staffs, you know, like wherever, like it's got to be happening.
There was this.
I'm a server at a restaurant, and I don't know,
No?
nobody ever does it there. No, it's always, you've got to do everything outside.
You have to go outside?
Yeah, outside and away from the restaurant.
Maybe it's just a place I hang out.
When I
Yeah,
used,
where are you hanging out?
when I used to work at Madhouse, like, there
A
was
lot of
this-
places along Mason.
like, there was this one guy that like would vape, and I was like, "You can't vape." He's like, "Oh," like, he's like, "Oh yeah," and then like, he went to the bathroom. I just happened to go to the bathroom too, and like he let out like a big rip.
Oh,
And,
you
like,
see it?
Like, and I'm like, "You can't smoke here." He's like, "Oh no, it's not smoking, it's vaping." I'm like, "You can't fucking do that." here."
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, and it's, I mean,
Then he gave me a horrible
look-wise, it's a lot worse. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that huge, like, cloud of vapor. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it still gives a smell.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it can still be annoying.
I guess I've been smoking a lot at work inside, so.
You're like, I just don't have respect for anywhere I go.
You guys like use the jewels?
Yeah,
No.
I have. I don't like them because they kept running out of battery.
What,
Like
what,
the battery
what
kept
exactly
breaking.
is the jewel?
Looks like a USB.
Is it like, it's like tobacco
It's
vape?
yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, I only-
it's a
I
nicotine
only-
salt thing. Yeah.
I only vape the dabs, so.
Okay, yeah.
Dabs are scary to me. I don't smoke anymore, but like dabs are scary to me. They
Oh
always
no,
scare
dabs
me.
will mess me up, and I love them. But like,
Well,
the
I
dab
just-
oil in the pen is what I.
I just feel like if you have to use a blowtorch,
Yeah.
You don't
The
have
guy,
to.
the guy I'm seeing does that. He uses like a full-on, like a big can of like the blowtorch, and he does it with his bong and shit.
Have you seen Sean McCaw? He does it like outside, like.
With the
Yeah, he has like a
penis
blowtorch that he
thing?
has, and he
Yeah.
I
like.
believe it.
And like, yeah, we did it outside. I mean, we just. Anytime I see him, like, yeah, he's like,
I
hey, you want to do a
refuse
dab?
to do
Like,
it
yeah. We're like in the middle of the street downtown. We're
Like
like,
for
yeah.
as much weed as he smokes, he does shake a lot.
Well, he's also like,
I know.
yeah,
I know.
he's old enough to, and I think he's lived a life. I think he is like,
He lived a crazy life.
yeah, I think he's been a criminal.
Shout out to
You don't know who we're talking.
No, not at all. Mom.
Some, like,
it's like,
old-
how can I contribute?
old San Diego comic. He's
It's okay. It's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
He's been on the
He's been
podcast.
around the block. He's been around the block.
Cool.
So,
Cool,
yeah.
cool, 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 cool.
Well, yeah, we're approaching that 20-minute mark.
Okay, we can keep going for another hour.
Yeah, we can keep going.
The show's still going on.
Yeah, the show
we'll
is going
each
on.
do our sets sitting like this. Your hour and then my hour.
Yeah.
And then see how that goes.
Yeah.
So you guys would come here often? Or that's my hour.
That's your opener. Oh,
You guys come here often?
So you're moving to Seattle soon.
Yes, I am.
So you're excited about
I
said
am.
move?
Like, I'm excited to like be able to just focus on comedy and like just keep creating shit, create funny stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just maybe write another book. I don't know.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Come on, dude. I'm an independently published author. If I can do it, anybody can. That shit was, I don't know. That shit was funny.
Well, actually, these days anybody,
Anybody
can do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
He means that.
I think you can publish a book from your like an app these days.
Yeah.
you know
Pretty
what I mean?
much.
That's,
Yeah.
Isn't that what you did?
Oh, I just like wrote it on Microsoft Word, then just submitted it to Amazon, and then like in a day or two they
They
accepted
approved
it.
it.
Oh, they full on.
They full on approved it. I even like made they also have like a cover creator or
Yeah.
generator, so I created like just a
You
random.
did a generic cover.
I did a generic. No, I did.
Oh.
I did.
Hell yes.
I did. I purposely picked out the
Arial
design
font.
and the font, the design, as well as the stock photo.
You didn't pick Comic Sans, did you?
No, of course not.
Okay, or Papyrus?
No, of course not.
Good.
There was just some random cool, and I also have a paperback version, which is like 25 pages, but it's only like 7 pages in it.
You wrote a 25-page.
I wrote 7 pages, and I just, in order to make the paperback version, you have to have it at least 24 pages. So I just copied and pasted, like, I need to get it to 25 for Amazon to publish it. I just copied and pasted that from page 8 to 25.
And it worked.
And it worked, and you can buy it online for $4.
Oh, hell yeah.
There we go.
And if that's not an American success story, I don't know.
That's your new American dream.
I sold 6 copies.
You sold. I mean,
I sold-
the fact that you sold any.
Congratulations.
I am a successful.
I didn't know you
Wow.
had 6 moms.
Hey man, and like any
His girlfriend bought them.
pretty much, she bought one. Like, huh? Oh yeah, all the time. So yeah, so like I'm just gonna focus on just doing random shit like that up there.
No, that's
Focus
cool.
on my comedy.
I think that's like a big thing in like. I think that there used to be a time in comedy where that's what you did, right? You just only did stand up. But my wife brought it to my attention. He's like, most
There's a lot of
famous
that
stand-ups now, they have something else that they're doing.
Yeah.
It's a show, a TV,
Because
a
of social, I
book,
think it's
something.
because of social media, it really kind of
Right.
changed a lot of things for us.
Right, you need something. Yeah.
There has to be more going on than just stand up.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think everybody has 2 jobs these days. You know what I mean? So you can't. Stand-up can't be your only job in this economy.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
create animated shorts using PowerPoint. So
That was I like the
So
Mikey
funny.
Gordon. Well, no, not the Mikey. Which was the Adam Connie one. That was.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yes. And he
There was a local tiff between 2.
Here,
What's the
no
word?
way.
Black
What? That's crazy.
Oh, Adam Love.
No, like an actual tiff, like a fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Like
Okay, well, we
one of the
already
guys
talked
threw
about
a
Oh, we
roundhouse
talked.
kick.
Did he?
Yeah,
Who threw a
Adam
roundhouse kick?
Adam Love threw a jumping roundhouse kick
that. To who?
to start out the fight.
Adam Connie.
Adam Connie.
Oh,
Like
I know
like
who
a
that
spin
is.
kick. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
up
no,
off
I'm
the
a martial
ground.
artist. I'm familiar.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I watch
Did he knock
UFC.
him
I'm
out?
fan.
I mean,
Did he knock him
he's a.
Did he hit him good with the kick? Did he land it?
It depends on who you talk to because there's only the 2 of them there.
But did you watch this happen?
No, I did not see it. Nobody was
no
there.
one saw it. It's like an urban
No
joke.
one saw it. Then
Well,
how do we know he actually did this kick?
Because I talked to both of them, and they both said it happened.
Oh.
But Adam Love says that right after he did that, then Adam Connie fell unconscious to the ground and
So-
started bleeding, and Adam Connie says it kind of got me by surprise and I pushed him. So
Who cares? Who knows?
Well,
yeah, it really
the
didn't.
tape doesn't lie. That we are right next to the Denny's. So let's ask for the security. First.
Yeah, let's go back and
Listen,
find.
do you have this from 2 months ago?
And then I can see how accurate my recreation is.
Yeah, what if it's exactly like the PowerPoint?
He's playing the same song. I'm just a love machine. Adam. I just use the generic voice. Adam, I challenge you.
So Danielle, LA comedy scene. How's that going for you? What are you up to? Blah blah blah.
So I post my shows for the week every Sunday or Monday.
Okay.
At the end of each month, I post my shows that I have so far for that month. So I just posted those on my Instagram.
Cool.
So my Instagram is at Daniela Arce Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very active on there. I'm so lazy updating my website. Please don't ever go to it. But go to it. It's good. But yeah, so I'm always posting about the shows. Like I have a bunch of shows this month. Actually, I'm in Phoenix this weekend.
Gotcha.
But I'm all over LA this next June. I've got some stuff I'm going to be setting up in the Pacific Northwest. Actually, probably again in the fall. I'll be going to the East Coast in the fall as well. So just trying to.
Cool, staying busy and
I'm
traveling.
trying my best. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
That's what's up. I respect that hustle.
No, yeah, exactly.
well, it's just like if I'm not doing it, no one else is going to do it for me.
Yeah.
Like I literally, I'm the one that like people are like, how do you book so many shows? I'm like, I just reach out constantly.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
constantly submitting for stuff. So
I can see that. You have like a
That's the
very, like you seem like a high energy person too. So it's
Yeah.
like,
He's basically saying you do cocaine.
No,
I was thinking
never,
crack.
I've never ever
I
done
didn't
a
wanna
hard
say it.
drug in my entire life. Oh, thank you.
Oh, congrats. Neither have I.
I just the indica to calm me down.
It's a soft drug.
That's the only drug I've ever
Okay.
done and everything.
I'm sober now.
You're sober?
So you just have a
weed?
natural like high wiring, but you
I
need to
guess
calm
so.
down sometimes. I get it.
Yeah, I have anxiety,
Okay.
so it's real fun.
No way.
I also eat really well, so I have really good energy.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you eat terribly.
Later, I actually have a Wendy's in my car right now.
He's been
This is a
sitting
lady
there-
named Wendy.
That's even worse.
Or
than
two
a-
ladies named
Do
Wendy.
you hear this? No. Did you hear what he said though? He has a Wendy's waiting for him. That means it's been sitting in his car this whole time, getting Luke fucking warm, and that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he's gonna enjoy.
When you say it that way, it sounds disgusting. Right?
It's,
I refuse-
it's grosser than fresh Wendy's. That's like even worse.
Can you like not make me feel bad right now? I genuinely
And it's
feel
not
bad now.
refrigerated?
I regret saying
Is there
that.
You
like, there's,
Wendy's
like fungus
eating gross
growing on it
stuff.
right now? 'Cause it's not even in the fridge. It's sitting there in your car.
Well, like-
There's like maggots growing.
It was cold when I left it out.
Well, nuggets are extra
Well, I guess-
protein.
I guess
a very
I-
organic protein.
Well,
But it's not. I mean,
guess
I
I'm
wouldn't
not-
eat them.
I will say I'm not eating on the record. I'm not going to eat the Wendy's anymore.
You're gonna eat them.
Why don't you get like a fresh falafel or something from the wonderful menu at the Comedy Palace? The comedy.
Oh yeah.
Why'd you think I was gonna hit you?
Well,
Oh,
I thought you were gonna beat me down with another. Why are you eating that? How dare you? Oh, I should have got falafel.
no! I should have got falafel.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I guess I'm not gonna eat that. Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Sorry for fucking with you.
Nah, it's cool.
But seriously, you shouldn't eat it.
I won't. I promise.
What was in the Wendy's bag?
It was just a double stack.
That sounds delicious.
It was. Well, it was.
Until I ruin it with maggots.
Well, it's in the wrapper, right?
It's still in the wrapper, yeah. But what she was saying is it was in my car for the last 3 hours. So.
Yeah, but if it's in the wrapper,
Well, you know what? I will take pride in this. I did not eat it earlier because I had self-control. I had the nuggets, I had the fries, and I had some of the.
Oh, you got a big bag or what?
I got like a 4 for 4, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to eat too much,
Yeah.
so let me save this
Wow.
meal for later.
So you consumed 1,500 calories in 5 minutes, and you're like, you know what?
You know what? I'll just
Let
spread
me
this out throughout the
let me
day.
try some self-control.
Exactly. Because as a comic, everyone has vices,
We do.
and like it's like I think one thing we should all practice is self-control. And
I am in total disagreement with that. I've lived my life with no self-control, and it's
well, as evidence from your hotel visits,
I mean, wild.
you are hardcore. Again, like
I mean, no semen, but all dirty towels from the pool.
But there was a kid in the room. I mean, that's why that's why there's no semen.
so
I know.
If there was no kid, it would be so much semen.
If there wasn't a kid around, there would be empty.
You have no
I
idea.
guarantee it. That would have been destroyed.
I'd bring semen with me. I'd be borrowing semen from my neighbors and him.
Hey man, that's what you get for hand stuff. So what's new with you, man? I feel like you're just asking this question. I know you're the host, but like, I miss you, man. I miss the San Diego scene.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I have fun here. I kind of like what's been happening here at this particular place. No, I don't know. I've been hanging around doing comedy, whatever.
Yeah,
What's up?
Yeah.
it's cool.
God, you're so boring.
I went through the whole hotel thing, man. That was like the highlight of my
yeah,
month.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big deal. When you're
That's why I'm
a
recording this
dad,
podcast.
when you're a married dad,
Just to talk about the hotel thing.
this is the second highlight of his month right now.
That's true. Well, no, third because he had Mitch Burrow on earlier.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the headliner.
Well, my kid also said it was a lot more fun than going with mom. So I was like, okay, that's
You're still married, right?
yeah,
Okay.
technically.
You know what's funny? Well, I believe like someone said like there was like a bet on whether or not like whose marriage would last longer, mine or yours.
Really?
Yeah, you obviously won.
Yeah. No, my marriage is in no trouble.
Yeah, that's good.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's really good.
My next marriage is never good to end.
My current relationship is way to make it about me, but like this relationship that I'm in right now is so much. It's 1,000 times better than my marriage.
Well, see, I got married after I had like nothing to fight for. You know what I mean? I kind of got to the point in life I was like, well, you know, if everything ended now, like whatever. So then I got married, and you know what I mean? Like there's no. I don't have like an you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't get into a marriage thinking that this was going to take my life to the next level.
Right.
I was already like, well, it's over anyway, so why not?
Man, you have an amazing outlook on life.
Romantic.
Huh?
Romantic.
Well, you know.
What a sweetie.
I am assured that she will never listen. That wasn't like my wedding day speech was a little bit different.
You're like, I just feel like I have to do this. I'm dying anyway.
dying.
Someone
Like,
shoot me, please.
I mean,
Life is empty and meaningless. Why the fuck not?
Might as well spend it with somebody.
someone's got to change my diapers at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. How long have you been married?
10 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we have a good thing.
That's really fucking cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, and we enjoy being parents. I think that's the big thing.
I miss being married. Like, I don't miss my partner necessarily, but like, I miss like marriage.
Yeah,
love
it's very
Yeah.
comfortable.
I agree.
It's kind of it's kind of good
You
to
got your
not
best
worry
friend
about
living
that.
with
Like,
you, like kind of situation.
oh no, he lives in New York. So.
Well, the best friend that you get to fuck.
No, he
Well,
was.
he's in there.
I was waiting for that. But anyways, I miss that. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like
no,
that-
for sure,
I
for
like
sure.
having that person there, and
Yeah,
Comfort.
I like that security or comfort.
and I
yeah.
also just like having somebody to cook for. Because
Right.
like by myself, I'm like, what's the least amount of thing that I'm gonna do to fucking survive?
Right.
And I've lost so much weight because I'm not doing that anymore. I'm like, well, I can just have one meal a day and be all right. But
Yeah.
to have somebody that like, oh, I have someone to cook for and have food, like, eh.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, when you do your one meal a day at like Wendy's,
I do my one meal of the day is Wendy's. Got my calories for the day. No more double stack for me.
he just has your car is just full of double stacks everywhere.
Please don't judge me.
He just pulls a double stack out.
There's water in there.
You open it, it just spills out.
Hey, my car is really clean.
Just has the one double stack.
Just the one double stack.
Just the bag with the empty wrappers of fries and. So yeah,
Cool.
the double stack.
Oh, sorry.
Well, it's good to know that, yeah, comics are still not eating well. Like, she's down to one meal a day. You're just eating double stacks nonstop.
But my one meal a day is always substantial.
What do you eat? What's your thing?
I'm vegan.
Yeah, I used to be vegan.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
I eat vegetables and fruits.
I was vegan for just 4 months.
It's been a little over 3 years.
Nice.
Nice.
I wasn't malnourished until I got pregnant, so. And then now I'm like, yeah, I'll just have. But I do eat pretty shittily because like I'll go to Taco Bell and I'll get like bean and rice plus pico de gallo burritos. And I'm
Well,
like,
nowadays
this
they
is
have those
good.
like amazing or whatever impossible.
Del Taco, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Del
I mean,
Taco,
if
yeah.
I'll still be spending like $11 there if I'm.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Taco Bell, I can get the cheesy bean and rice burritos done fresco, which means there's no cheese. It's replaced with pico de gallo,
Cool.
and I add guacamole. $3.72,
That's really good.
and yeah, it's beans, rice, guacamole, pico.
I used to do the
Everything you
Crunchwrap
need.
Supreme, but substitute the beef for beans.
Yep.
No cheese, no sour cream,
Yep.
but add
Guacamole.
beef and beans.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to do that.
I used to do that too, but that's still a little pricey. So
That's $6.
yeah,
Yeah.
But so it's like easier for me to go through drive and be like, oh, I'm only gonna spend like $4 right now.
That's cool. You only need like one.
I get 2 burritos.
You only need 2.
And it's $3.
Meanwhile, I have a double stack, and I'm the bad guy.
Well, normally I could eat more, but I'm like, I'm not spending more money.
That's right.
So I've trained myself to eat that way, and that's not good.
Hot vegan tips
Hot vegan
on the
tips
Hand Stuff podcast.
But when I have somebody, like, when I was married, like, I was making, like, I would make giant meals and shit. So I'm like, I don't do that now.
Yeah, I miss being married.
Yeah.
I
You don't miss your partner.
don't miss my partner
Right.
anymore. When I was going through divorce, I was like really
Well,
sad.
yeah, I missed him for like.
But now I'm happy. I'm super happy.
I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. You know,
That's good.
good,
Now I've
good for you.
excused me out for a double stack.
It was just too much happiness. You need to like knock it down to sadness.
Serotonin and dopamine.
I have no one.
You have that person.
Oh, the person? Yeah. Well, we're not gonna get into that.
Okay,
But I don't like talking about relationships and shit unless it's a for sure thing.
I got
I
you.
get nervous. So, I don't know.
Bring it on. I am open book. By the way, you can purchase my book on Amazon. It's called Why I Wrote This Book.
Don't read the last 24 pages of it though.
Don't read the last 18 pages.
18 pages.
Well, the Kindle version has 7 pages.
Okay.
Yeah, but for the paperback, you need 25. So
I got
I
you.
just copied and pasted.
Cool.
Yeah. Do
Well,
it.
we've covered a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, we did.
You guys have any parting thoughts?
Just
Follow
me.
Mike DeVore.
Yeah, it's Mike DeVore, ITS Mike DeVore on Instagram and all social media handles. And check out my book, Why I Wrote This $1 Million Book. It's a buck online.
Yeah.
Why you're in there.
I've already plugged my Instagram, but it's at Danielle Arce Comedy. Twitter at Danielle Arce, I just post jokes on there. My Facebook at Danielle Arce Comedy. Nobody uses Facebook. Who cares? My website is daniellearce.com.
But don't go there either.
But don't go there. Instagram is where it's at.
I think yeah, Instagram is where it's at. That's what
That's where I
everybody.
post everything.
Yeah.
Constantly. Most active on there.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for doing this.
you.
We've been live from the Comedy Palace.
Hand stuff.
All right.
Hand stuff.
Hand stuff.
Hand